Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hardcore 1.20 Let's Play. Last episode, in addition to the crop fields we made this clay farm in the basement. And I have put some mud on to dry, and I think all of it has actually turned to clay. This is good because we can use it, after we smelt it down of course, to make some flower pots, as my house needs a lot more detailing. In the kitchen I'll plant an azalea bush and an azure bluette. There's essentially no decorative plants upstairs, so I'll just put them on every shelf that I can. There, that's better. We've also got the candles from the ancient ruin. They're a way more valuable item than they should be, just because I don't have any bees nearby. But we can make a flint and steel, and add them to the kitchen counter. And maybe one on the shelf by the fireplace. Unlucky I didn't just set something on fire there, but that's enough decor for now. Next we need more path materials. That's because there is a path that I forgot to make, and it's the path to our mine entrance. Oh god, pillagers, again. There's so many around here. I think I'll be proactive about the problem this time, and take care of them. Well, that was surprisingly easy. There were only 2, that I could find at least. But I've got a bad omen now, so I need help from my cows. Thank you very much. Now let's get building this path. There we go, our area is connected a little more now. As for today, I want to try and save our 2 diamond pickaxes that are on the verge of death. What I mean by that is that I'm going to be making an enchanting setup. However, we're unlikely to get mending that way, so first let's do a bit of fishing. Okay, I didn't get a mending book. In fact, I only got 1 book, and it's an Efficiency 3 Aqua Affinity book, which I will leave on the shelf for now. But it's time we finally make an enchanting table. Got the diamonds, a book, and the obsidian blocks. Ta-da! This won't do a whole lot by itself though. I have been breeding up the cows, and I've got some leather stored up for books. I've also been farming sugarcane, but we'll see how many books it makes. Actually, a decent amount. 59, almost a stack. I'll gather some bamboo to craft the bookshelves. And now we've got 10 shelves out of 20. We've got the books to do the rest, I think. I'll dip into my spruce supply to make more planks. There we go. I think it's 20 or 22 or something. We'll see. Let's temporarily set up the enchantment table over here, as this is the area I want the enchanting base to be. Okay. Oh, we're at level 30 with 2 shelves to spare. With these, I'll just make a little bookshelf underneath the counter in the kitchen here. Anyways, let's collect some lapis from the chest. And I don't quite have level 30, although the fishing session did help a little. Right now we've got Unbreaking 3 at level 30. Let's do a bit more fishing to reach that. Still, no mending book, but we can see what we get off the enchanting table. Okay, well, nothing special like Silk Touch or anything, but that's a good efficiency in Unbreaking pick. Let's make another pickaxe to try again. First, we need more XP, so I'll breed and slaughter the cows. Oh, yes, nothing to worry about. And let's rotate through enchantments on our gear and tools to see what we get. Okay, I've used up a lot of my experience levels, and finally, at least got Silk Touch. I got a pretty good sword with Fire Aspect and Sharpness 2. There's nothing else that's really great. My armor has some low-level enchants, except my legs, that do have protection for, but nothing else. However, that's enough enchanting for now, mostly because I ran out of levels. But we need a cool build to put the enchanting setup in. One thing I can see being really slow to get for this is wool. I want to use white, light gray, and gray. At the moment, I don't have a lot of gray sheep, so I think I'll separate the colors into different pens. That way I'll have more space to farm the wool. So I took a lot of time trying to separate the sheep without them escaping. In the end, we got a pen for light gray, one for white, and the last 2 have multiple colors, one with pink and red, and the other with gray and black. I then bred all of them up and sheared them to get lots of wool. Now I know we've got a place to make mud blocks, but I also want to use muddy mangrove roots for this build. So let's get our horse and head to the mangrove swamp. Now that I'm thinking about it, I need a name for this horse. We've had him for a while, but I haven't named him. I thought about a few different names, and I think I'll call him Stan. That way I can sometimes call him Staniel for fun. Hang on, we've fallen into a river. Come on, Stan. Anyways, at the swamp, I will gather about half a stack of mud and a half stack of muddy roots. Okay, that should do it. And it's rainy, so let's go home. We're back, and instead of tying Stan back up by the barn, I want to make one of those horse squares, with berry bushes and moss carpet. Well, any kind of carpet, really. Moss just looks the best. Wait, where did Stan go? Oh, he's running away. He knows I want to trap him. I'm back here. Okay, he should stay in there. And so that I don't feel so bad about this arrangement, and Stan will be happier, let's build a little overhang with mud bricks and spruce slabs. There we go. I used some dark oak as well, and it's cute. Stan seems happy. He's got a little sign and everything. I don't really want to spend my XP right now, but we've got lots of name tags from fishing, so I think we must. Here you go, Stan. Wonderful, that's much better than being tied up outside. I've bred and sheared the sheep once more, but the next material we need is cherry wood, and I might chop a spruce tree or two because it wouldn't hurt to have. Using our new enchanted diamond axe definitely made that a lot easier. However, for the cherry logs, I only want to have the dark purple outside showing, so we need to turn this into cherry wood, meaning that we take 4 logs and only get 3 blocks back. But that should be enough. With our spruce wood, we can make slabs, fences, trapdoors, and some stairs. Now I think I've got everything else I need, I just need to gather some things from the chests. We've got everything we need to build now, so let's start the construction. Beginning with our grey wool at the bottom, the main shape to start is a circle for a tower, and off one side there's a rectangle. To continue, we'll build both of these up, using a gradient from the grey wool to anticipate. On the little rectangular side, I'm topping it with an andesite trim, alternating between blocks and slabs to make it look a little bit like a castle trim. For a floor/patio, I'll lay down a granite checkerboard of slabs. From this point, let's add another extension from the tower, using tuff, and below that some pillars going into the water. I've put a cobble trim and another granite floor on. Next, I'll build the tower up with andesite, light grey wool, dorite, and white wool. Let's start the roof with the cherry wood. Just below that, a birch ring. Hello, pillagers. Moving up, I'll use mud to transition from the purple cherry wood. Then some muddy roots, spruce planks, and coming up to a point with some wood bricks. The very top is jungle fence and a lightning rod. I've added a few more details, and the exterior is finished. The build has kind of a castle vibe because I wanted something a little fancier as a place to do our enchanting. However, the actual enchanting setup is still outside. So let's fix that by getting some floors in here. Since we got a silk touch pickaxe, I have some regular stone, which I can easily turn to stone brick slabs. I also have a lot of deep slate, so I can make a lot of different tile blocks. In the entrance hall here, I'll use the stone bricks for the floor. For the middle of the tower, some deep slate bricks. And below that, I'm using tiles, since they're darker and it's going to be a kind of a more underground area. Obviously, we're going to have lots of bookshelves inside, so I'm sacrificing cows to make books for that. Although it looks like we don't have the paper to do this. We can make 10, which turns into 6 shelves. Well, we can start by making the non-book part of the shelves. Because there's a 3-block indent, that's where the bookshelves will be, and we can make a shelf in front of that as a sort of border. For now, I'll supplement with chiseled bookshelves. And I've realized that the shelves don't leave any room for an enchanting setup to fit comfortably in the middle, so instead let's make a ladder going up all the way to the roof, where I'll lay down a jungle floor. And this is where the enchanting area can be. There we go. There's been no progress on getting more books, so let's make more shelves with the chiseled bookshelves. I've included some barrels for storage, mostly for lapis up here, and the lighting is now from a fancy chandelier. Unfortunately, I do need more mangrove though, so I'll have to chop a couple of trees real quick. That was so I can make a few trapdoors in order to open this bottom room up a bit, and we can add some more of our shelves. I think down here would be the perfect place to have our anvil. I've put it on top of a little pedestal because otherwise it looked kind of random in the middle of this floor. Since I've used all stone for the floors, it feels pretty cold in here. To help with that, I'll place a few carpets around. Now we need some finer details, which means we can use our pottery shards. I want to stack them up in the central room, in the corners between all these books. Perfect. It would be great if I had more shards to fill these blank sides, but that's an adventure for another day. We can also put a bunch of little pots around. I'm placing all of them first, and we'll figure out what to plant in them next. We don't have a huge variety of flowers. Honestly, mostly I'm going to use saplings. But it still makes the rooms feel more alive. Another thing to add is some paintings. Maybe a couple in this corner above the staircase, because otherwise I didn't have anything to put here. One or two downstairs, and up in the enchanting room we can also have a few. And I've made a blue banner to hang over here because I'll store lapis in these barrels. There's 2 left over, and it's a good opportunity to give my house some more detail. Got lots of leather, so we can place some item frames in, just filling any blank spaces. I didn't know what to have in them, so I just put random stuff in like tripwire hooks and nautilus shells, but it works. I do need to fill the entryway with something though, and I'm thinking we can make a few armor stands to line the walls as you walk in. This is also a good spot to retire our iron armor to, instead of it just sitting in a chest. The last thing this build needs is a fishing dock, underneath the overhang on the other side of this wall. We can use campfires and trapdoors to create a platform. It needs some support, which can be spruce fences, dotted every so often along here. There, that's a good fishing dock. We now have a bit of a safer place to fish. And with that, I'd say we've successfully made an enchanting base that fits our area. We do need more bookshelves for decoration down here, but we've got a fully functional enchanting setup upstairs. A balcony that I kind of forgot about, a room for the anvil, and our new fishing dock. But with that, that is all of the time that I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.